I absolutely love, something that has changed my life completely, and something that has changed the lives of so many as well. Tonight, we're going to talk about what it is to be a Beachbody coach. So, our agenda tonight, I'm going to give you some information on my story. We're going to talk about who Team Beachbody is. I'm going to talk about Team Beachbody as a sustainable company. Where did they come from? Where are they going? Why are they still around? We're going to talk about the programs we have, which you may be familiar with. We're going to talk about my favorite thing ever, Shakeology. I'm going to talk about what a coach is and also a little bit about what a coach isn't. And I feel that that might even be more important than knowing what a coach is. We talk about how to earn, which is really important, and then how to join. So while I go through all this, just keep our mission in mind. As coaches and as a company, we have a mission to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. So I think you'll find that as I'm going through all this, that's exactly what is in the back of my brain every day because it's so important. My name is Heather Coy-Munka, and I am a combined 6-star diamond coach, which just basically means that I have helped my team move up in the leadership ranks, start on their own journey to financial freedom. I actually started using Beachbody programs after a car accident. I was practically bedridden, and I had done everything you could imagine: physical therapy, massage therapy, acupuncture, myofascial, and even corticosteroid injections, and finally got to the point where they told me, you're chronic, we're just going to maintain it, and you're always going to be in pain. So I actually started using TurboJam, one of our, we call it the classic, I was going to say old school programs, and I did AbJam, which is just an ab program, but what was so great about it was that I could do half of it standing. It was standing ab work. So I actually did that extremely slowly for as long as I could possibly stand it, which some days was just even 30 seconds, and just kept adding on and adding on until I finally could do the whole standing portion. Then it was time to take it to the floor portion, and eventually I was able to do the whole thing, and I was able to start doing some actual workouts. And when I went back to the doctors, they were so incredibly impressed at how strong I had gotten because I'd worked on my core, which strengthened my back, which made me so much stronger in general. They could not believe it. So now I actually can work out. Nobody would really know that I have this condition, but I have more pain-free days than painful days, which is a huge thing for me to say because it used to be the complete opposite. So that's how I started with the workouts. When I was doing all this, I actually was an accountant, and it was what my degree was in. I was going to school to get my master's. I was studying for the CPA exam, and I kind of had this on the back burner. Someone approached me and said, did you know you could pay it forward? And I thought, well, this pretty much saved my life. Of course I want to pay it forward. But I was kind of at this job to help me get another job. You know what I mean? I wasn't really paid well. I wasn't appreciated. It was stressful, and I was missing out on life, really. The CEO actually was running a Ponzi scheme, which I didn't know, and so my job actually no longer existed. And because I was an accountant and I was in a smaller town, everybody there knew that I had been at that company, and it was extremely hard. I could not get a job. Thank goodness I had this job on the back burner, this business. I actually dove in with both feet, which is totally unorthodox. Usually people start the business and they work on their schedule part-time, build it up to full-time. I didn't have a choice. I dove in, but now I make more than I did as an accountant, more than I actually would ever have made as an accountant. I make 6 figures working from home. Last year I was actually able to retire my husband from his job. We're free to travel. We don't miss out on life. And it's a different way to live, but it is complete freedom where you don't have to answer to somebody else, where you don't have to work a 9 to 5 and pray for those vacation days. You get to decide how you live your life and the hours you put. So that is where I came from. That's where I am right now. So let's talk a little bit about Beachbody. We are ending the trend of obesity. That is our mission. And we all know someone who's affected by the obesity epidemic. We're talking about this, in our team, but the kids now are not they're not projected to live longer than their parents. And that is sad. There's something wrong there. And that's why we're so passionate about this, because it shouldn't be that way. But, it affects people in different ways, physically and mentally. And 34.9% of Americans were obese. That's not just overweight. That's not carrying obese. That is clinically obese. That's where we're getting into some serious, health conditions. So it is obviously something that we have to band together and work on, which is why I'm excited that you guys are here, because we really do need your help. Before Team Beachbody, a company called Beachbody was started in 1998 by Carl Deichler and John Congdon, and they created some workouts like Power 90, Slim and 6, P90X, Turbo Jam, which I was talking about. And what they found was people were getting together in little groups on the Beachbody message boards, and they were working together. They were calling each other out if they didn't hear from each other. They were, being motivational to each other. They were helping each other with their nutrition. They were keeping each other accountable to their fitness goals. And those people that were in those small groups were having more success than people who just grabbed the workout and then didn't have any where to plug in. So Beachbody had this idea to create people who were leading those small groups became our founding coaches. And that happened in 2007 when we launched Team Beachbody and the coaching network. So you'll see that since the coaching network started, we have exploded, because as a coach, we're able to reach people and we're able to get what they need and the accountability and support that they need so that people are more successful with their health and fitness goals. So we've created a ton of workouts. Really, there's something for everybody. Insanity, Turbo Fire, the different P90X. We've got P90X2, P90X3, P90, which is for beginners. Shanti's, of course, launched a whole host of programs. And then, of course, our supplement, Shakeology. We have the Ultimate Reset, which is a 21-day cleanse where you eat real food, and the 3-day Refresh, which is also a cleanse where you actually get to eat food and clean out your body. So tons of things have happened since we launched a Team Beachbody network. And because coaches are so involved in their clients' health and fitness goals, people are having more and more success, which is exactly what we wanted to accomplish. We have some newer products, which I wanted to just touch on really quickly here. Size is our newest workout launched by Shanti, and it is based on dance, and it is so fun. Even for somebody like me who cannot dance at all, it is so fun, and I actually got some pretty cool results from it too. Just really toned out just from dancing. It was so fun. The time flew by. It was just a great time. 21-Day Fix Extreme, which is kind of our next level of the 21-Day Fix. So still using those cool portion control containers. If you haven't done that yet, I really recommend it. It's very cool. And then we actually launched the Beachbody Performance line, which is NSF certified, which basically means that the athletic board for banned substances approved all the ingredients in our Beachbody Performance line so that athletes can use it. So it is the real deal. Very cool. And then Beachbody On Demand, which I think is revolutionary. It's the future of where fitness is going, because we're always going to be adding to it, but we have over $3,500 worth of our programs on Beachbody Demand right now for you. And every time you purchase a new workout like Size or 21-Day Fix Extreme, it's automatically added to your online host of programs. So it's basically an online portal for all your workout needs. You can watch it on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, on a Roku, on a Chromecast, on an Amazon Fire Stick. You can watch it anywhere at any time as long as you've got some internet. So you don't have to worry about taking your DVDs with you on vacation anymore. You've got it right at your fingertips. So we're also adding new workouts every month to that, just for being part of the Beachbody On Demand network. So it's just going to keep getting better and better. Coming in December, this is what we're looking forward to. Autumn Calabrese, the creator of 21-Day Fix, and Sagi Kalev, the creator of Body Beast, have teamed up to create the Masters Hammer and Chisel. So basically, a program that's going to shred your fat and then put on some awesome lean muscles. So we're really looking forward to that one. It's going to be a great workout. So that's coming in December, right in time for the holidays. We're always thinking ahead. It's going to be just a program that it has sellout potential for sure. So in 2014, Team Beachbody actually hit their first $1 billion year, which is really exciting. That's a lot of people getting healthy. That's a lot of people, working on their goals. It's very cool, and this year, we'll surpass that because we're always growing. You can see that this is a company because we're always creating new programs and new products and always on the forefront of innovation and fitness. We're always creating something new, which makes us always relevant. One of the reasons that we've been around for so long and keep growing. Along with that, we also have coach growth too, and we need more coaches because as more people are getting their workouts and more customers are coming into the Beachbody network, we need more coaches to help those customers stay accountable, to stick with their goals, to get the help they need, to get more personalized attention. So we definitely need more help. That's where you guys come in. And what makes us different? Why have we stuck around so long, and why do we keep growing like we do? Because we have the whole package. We have fitness and our amazing programs. We have nutrition, which I'll talk about in a minute with Shakeology. We have peer support. We have amazing coaches that are working together with customers to keep them motivated. And then we have rewards. We definitely keep people motivated, both on the coach side of it and the customer side of it. So let's dive into some of those. Shakeology is my favorite thing, as I mentioned, because it's something that helped me lose weight, finally get rid of a stomach pooch that I could not get rid of. I was on the cusp of needing cholesterol and high blood pressure medicine, even though I was eating right and working out, just genetics, and Shakeology actually removed that threat for me. And now it's actually clinically proven to do that. It's clinically proven to help you lose weight, lower your cholesterol, and reduce your blood sugar. It kind of stabilizes them, which is pretty amazing. It's low glycemic index, which means it's great for diabetics. Just an amazing product. And it comes in so many different flavors, including whey flavors and vegan flavors. So you're set no matter what. We have something for everybody: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, tropical strawberry, greenberry. We've got the whole gamut for everybody. So it's just an amazing, amazing program. And we have something for everybody. We don't just have workouts, though we do have the best. We don't just have nutrition, though we have the best with Shakeology and the performance line. But we also have things like the Ultimate Reset, that 21-day cleanse I mentioned, where you actually get to eat real food, basically reset your body to before you ever had anything that was artificial or with preservatives. We also have equipment as well. So those power stands you see are great for when you're doing push-ups, yoga mats, resistance bands. We have weights, and then weighted gloves. We have stuff for everybody. So you're always going to find something that you want, and maybe not need, but always something that you want when you go and log into teambeachbody.com, which is cool. And then we have proven results. Beachbody gets thousands and thousands and thousands of success stories that come into their offices each and every week of people who have used the workouts and used the programs and gotten amazing results. And these are real people. These aren't actors. These aren't people we paid. These are people who are just like you and me, who went through the paces to get amazing results. So they really do speak for themselves. And then, peer support. As I mentioned, we don't just hand somebody a workout and say good luck. As coaches, we hand somebody a workout and Shakeology and say, I'm here, I'm going to take you each step of the way, and I'm going to be there for you. And I'm going to help you with accountability. I'm going to help you with support. I'm going to be there to answer your questions, and I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader. And I think that is something that's really unique to our network. And coaches are amazing people. I've made some great friends to the coaching network, and it is so fun to get all together as coaches and be around like-minded, positive people who are all working to make these changes. So they're amazing. I love coaches, but what are they exactly, right? A coach doesn't have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. I'm certainly not. I would never call myself that. I think I've gained a lot of knowledge by doing our workouts and, by going through our guidebooks with our nutrition, but certainly not an expert and not perfect. You don't have to be already at your fitness and nutrition goals. I think you saw my before picture in the beginning, and I'll show you again. I definitely was not at my fitness or nutrition goals when I started this. What I found was that having a story and having a place to go with my fitness has been something that people were really drawn to. So don't worry if you're not there yet. And you certainly don't have to be an experienced salesperson. In fact, I wouldn't want you to be, because we're so different than somebody just selling something. Instead, what we do is we share. We share how people can change their lives and achieve their goals. So we're always sharing our journeys as a coach, our journeys as somebody who's working on their fitness, someone who's that work in progress still. We're committed to being proof the product works. So, of course, you're not going to recommend something to somebody that you haven't done yourself, that you're not using yourself. So we're doing our workouts, we're drinking Shakeology, we're showing that these really are the best that there are. And we're always working on improving and developing ourselves. I can't tell you how much I've changed as a person since I started this business. I would have freaked out before getting on something like this and probably talked myself out of it. And now I do them regularly, and I love getting to share this. I love getting up and talking to people about my story and about this business. And I love training my coaches, which is something that I wouldn't have done before. I was more of a stand in the background kind of person, do my job. And now I get to really shine as a person, which is pretty incredible. And I really do credit a lot of that to this business and for their focus on personal development. What are some of the benefits of being a coach? You get to set your own work hours, which is a really cool thing because, like I said, you're not locked into like a 9 to 5. You can focus part-time or full-time. So if you already have a full-time job, that's totally fine. You can kind of sprinkle this business into your day. So if you want to work at a half hour before everybody gets up in the morning, and then half hour at your lunch break, and then an hour after everybody goes to bed, that's totally fine. That's great. It really is a business where you can do a little bit on your phone, at lunch, and then take some notes, and when you get home then you can do a little more and follow up. It's so convenient, and a lot of that's because you can build online or in person. I think this business lends itself so well to building online. I built almost my entire business online, so I definitely can speak for that. And of course, when people start to notice, people that you work with, people that your neighbors that you see all the time start to notice a change, not only in your physique, but in how you carry yourself. You're also going to start attracting people, and you'll be able to build in person too. So you get to share that passion. When you get bitten by the fitness bug, I think it's hard to hold that in, and now you don't have to. And I think that's pretty cool too. And then we have our rewards. So we actually get a 25% commission on anything that's purchased through our website, which, by the way, Beachbody maintains and houses for us, thank goodness. We get bonuses for team growth. So those are actually paid weekly. And then as you kind of build your team, you also get those quarterly as well. We get trips. Since starting this business, I actually left the country for the first time by going to Atlantis in the Bahamas. We've been to Disney World. We went on a Caribbean cruise. This past April, we went to Cancun, and then next March, we'll be going on another Caribbean cruise. So I've definitely been able to travel a ton because of this business. Recognition. So I know when I had a job, I only was ever told when I did something wrong. Nobody ever said, hey, great job. I only was told, hey, you did that wrong. So Beachbody is kind of the opposite in that they're going to tell you, hey, you did an amazing job. And we have tons of kind of stuff that you get, certificates and bracelets and shirts and jackets and tank tops, such cool stuff for building your business. And then learning and personal development. I mentioned that I've really changed as a person, and so much of that is because of the focus on personal development and growing yourself and just becoming the best that you can be. Fitness can be a really emotional journey, and as you're going through that, you're going to be working on yourself and you're going to be growing, and so much of that is because we have that focus on personal development. And you're going to get outstanding support. You're never going to be alone. I always tell my coaches, you may be in business for yourself, but you're never in business by yourself, because you're going to get plugged into this coaching network where you're going to get training and tools. You're going to get communication. So we always have our Breaking Coach news section of our online office, which is our hub. We have a weekly call all together as a network. We have an amazing support system. And of course, social media. You can always go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. All those different places have an account for the coaching network on them. So you're always plugged in, and you're never alone. You always have tons of support. Let's talk just briefly about how to earn. You get a 25% commission on anything that's purchased through your website. So for example, let's say one of your friends wants to buy P90X. It costs $119.85. You get a 25% commission, and that means you earn $29.96. Let's say somebody else wants to buy Shakeology. That's $129.95 at 25% commission. That's $32.49 to you. So that week, just selling 2 things, you've made $62.45. So it actually is very generous compensation plan, which I love about it. So that's one of the ways. The other way is through these team bonuses I talked about. So as you're growing your team and as they're building their teams and as they're helping others, you're going to get volume from what they're producing, and from there you're going to get bonuses. And really what this means is that it's a true team bonus program where we want everybody to succeed in this business, and because of that, we're always working to help one another. So that's a pretty incredible thing as well. What can you expect from our teams? You're going to get tons of support from Beachbody, but that's huge. So on a smaller level, I have team partner, and we each have our own teams, but we work together to provide great training. So it's led by 2 top leaders and 6-figure earners. You get monthly new coach training, weekly team training meetings, a full training website for you, rank advancement training, meaning moving up in the leadership. And once you get to leadership, we always do leadership training as well. Team challenges to plug your customers into. So especially as a new coach, it's hard to know how to run a fitness accountability group. So we actually will help you by having those you can plug people into. Recognition and accountability, we do our own weekly, and then as people grow their businesses. And exclusive Facebook groups, which I think is important because you get that smaller sense of community. You get to know you're a part of a team and that you're plugged in. So how do you join as a coach? The best way in my eyes is with the challenge pack. And the reason I say that is because the challenge pack is a discounted fitness pack with a fitness program of your choice, or you can just do Beachbody on demand with all of those programs. It comes with your first shipment of Shakeology. So you get 30 days of Shakeology and a trial month of the Team Beachbody Club, which has our amazing customizable meal planner. And it also has that amazing Beachbody on demand as well. You're going to save $50 to $80 alone, plus your $39.95 coach enrollment fee is waived. So you're already saving, pretty much $90 right there with that. The other reason that this is so important is because it gets you started on your journey. And so much of this business is having a journey and a story to share. So you need to be able to tell people, in my first week using Shakeology, I felt like I had more energy. So it's really important to have that experience and to be able to share that and to have these results that you can share with people. You can also, if you have a program you're already doing, just get enrolled with Shakeology, totally fine, or you can just get a fitness program if you're already on Shakeology. So tons of ways to get involved. And if you or your spouse are in the US and you're either active duty military or you're a vet honorably discharged, we actually offer a free coach enrollment. And your monthly sign-up fee, which I'll have monthly fee, is actually waived as well. So that's a pretty cool deal. We like to reward our military here too. 1 month after you sign up, you'll start being charged a monthly fee of $15.95, and it's such a minimal fee for what it covers. So the first thing I want to mention is that you may have looked into companies like this before, and you have to buy a ton of product, you have to store it in your garage, you have to hope that you're going to sell it all. Not with us. With us, you only buy what you are personally going to use. Everything else Beachbody takes care of. So you have a website, people will purchase from it. You'll actually have a few websites. People purchase from it. Beachbody has all the inventory. They package it, they ship it, They deal with customer service, and they deal with any issues that might arise. So they take care of all of that for you. So you don't have to buy a ton of stuff and hope to unload it. You're only going to buy what you use. So that's a huge thing. The other thing is that Beachbody spends millions on advertising. If you've ever been up late at night and you turn on the TV, what do you see? One of our infomercials for 21 Day Fix or Brazil Butt Lift or Body Beast. That's because we really want to become a household name. And it's actually hard to talk to somebody who hasn't heard of something like P90X or Insanity. And that's all because of this. So those are just a few of the things it covers. It's such a small monthly fee. So especially considering you don't have to have inventory and ship it out, thank goodness. Okay, so in the next 24 hours, the person who invited you is going to follow up with you, and they're going to either send you a message or text you, and they're going to ask, what did you like most about the presentation? They're going to ask if Team Beachbody feels like a fit that could help you achieve your goals. But here's the thing. You don't have to wait at all. If you are ready tonight, you're excited, you're ready to go, send them a message, text them, email them, say I'm ready, I want to get signed up now, because they'll be so excited to hear from you. So don't think you have to wait to hear from them. Please reach out, because we'll be so happy to welcome you to the team. But if you are thinking and you want to wait until you hear from them, think about this. What can becoming a coach do for me? And I'll tell you what it's done for me a little bit more in just a minute. Think about who you can help. You might have people in mind already, family members or friends that you'd like to work out with, that you'd like to go on this journey with. And what are your goals and dreams? And what's cool about this business is it's unlimited potential to do what you might want. Anything that you want, anything that you might have a dream of, this business can get there for you. So what's possible? Here's our income statement for 2014. And of course, this goes from, it runs the gamut. It starts with people who don't do anything at all in the business to those who do a lot in the business. So I always have to say that Beachbody doesn't guarantee any income, because it's based on what you put into it. If you put a lot into it, you'll get a lot out of it, right? You have to just be focused and be consistent in this business. So I just want to point out a couple things. Average earnings at our first income level are $3,400. That starts to help a little bit out, right? So groceries. At our next level, the average earnings are $11,000. And so that starts to really help out, right? At our next level, average earnings are $15,000. And then finally, at our Star Diamond level, which is a high rank, average earnings are about $80,000. So obviously, there's a lot of potential here, and it's all about what you put into it. It's all about your consistency. When you join our team, we give you a list, and it's a to-do list, and it's a very specific list. And if you follow that consistently every day, you're going to do great. So I want to talk about how my business has kind of progressed. I started in 2010. So in that first partial year, I really was kind of getting my feet wet, selling a few things here and there. And I made about $3,300, really just getting my feet wet and understanding. There weren't systems in place like we've got now with training and support and all that good stuff. So you guys are well ahead of me. My first full year in 2011, I made $19,000, and that was starting to be a full-time income. And that was the year we actually earned that trip to Atlantis. So it was a really fun year. My second full year, I started really seeing potential. $54,000 was what I made that second full year in 2012, which was amazing. I knew that this business had potential, but when I saw that, I was blown away. My third full year, I made my first six-figure year. And what was amazing to me was that even as an accountant, I never really saw that for myself. I never saw myself making six figures. I did not think that was something that I would ever really do. And this business made me see that I was selling myself short, that I could do more than I really ever imagined I could. And that's something that I think is, you can't put a price on that. My fourth full year, that was last year in 2014, I paid off all my debt. My husband's job didn't exist anymore, and we basically sat down. I was able to say, you don't need to go find something else. We actually got married and went on our honeymoon. We didn't have to put it on credit cards and start our life together out in debt. and I made 166,000. This year I've already surpassed. So it's pretty cool just to see that you have so much more potential than you give yourself credit for. I think that's one of the biggest things that this business has done to me. And I just wanted to show you this, some weekly checks so you can kind of see how it's really grown for me. This is just the last week of July. I just picked a week so I could show you the differences. But you can see that every year it's pretty much doubled, and that is just due to hard work. It's due to consistency, and it's due to the fact that I have my whole heart and I fully believe in what we do, and that I have an awesome team, which that's what you guys will join, which is cool. A couple pictures here I just want to point out. The picture on the left hand side that looks like a street with all those people, that's actually the whole Team Beachbody Coaching Network in Nashville. We took over basically the main drag there, and we got up early to do a workout. It was incredible. I think we probably woke up the entire city doing that. And then those are just some pictures of our team. In the top right there, that's actually the team and myself in Cancun. We actually went ziplining. So just some really cool stuff that we've been able to do together, and I think you'll really like being a part of the team because it's a group of like-minded people, and you'll just love being a part of it. So now you kind of have to ask yourself, what do you want out of life, and is what you're doing now going to get you there? I know that if I had just stuck with accounting, if I had just found another job that I would just was okay liking. I didn't, if I just settled, I would never be where I am now. I would never have the freedom that I do. I would never, my husband would certainly still be working. Things would be so different for us. So I know that this was the different that I wanted, and this might be the different that you want too, because you only get something different by doing something different. So with that, I want to open it up for questions. Does anybody have any questions for me about coaching, about what I covered tonight, about anything to do with, becoming a coach? I really am an open book, so please feel free. And if not, we'll go on to our contact. Wait one more second here. I see somebody's typing. I don't want to miss out. What did I do differently from 2011, 2012 to get more income? Honestly, Deborah, this business is about consistency. So if you will stick to your list, if you will continually build, then you're going to see that kind of success as well. But it has to be an everyday thing. And the other thing too is that as your team grows, the income kind of starts to snowball because most of my income is actually through those team bonuses that I get weekly. So I mean, that's really where it comes from. It's from building your team. It's having a full belief in it. What was my biggest challenge with coaching? Sticking with it. When you work for yourself, it's really important that you know that you are in charge of your business completely. As the mentor and leader of the team, I give you a blueprint, I give you the tools you need, but you have to put them in your own tool belt and you have to pull them out and use them. So that's the biggest challenge is knowing that this business is 100% in your hands, and if you don't show up one day, the only person you hurt is yourself, right? So being consistent with it. What do you say when someone says, well, I don't have to buy the program, can't I just borrow yours and give it right back? I actually don't allow that. I'll allow somebody to come over and do it with me, but I don't allow someone to borrow it for a few reasons. Then I am not showing that I see value in the program. So what I'll say to them is, you know what, why don't you just come over and do one with me, and then we'll talk about getting your own. So simple, just like that. Any other questions? Good questions. Okay, cool. If you guys do think of any other questions, feel free. You can talk to the person who invited you. You can respond on the event page that I created, and you're free to message me as well. So don't feel like this is the only time you can ask questions. I'm happy to answer. Okay, so I'm going to do our giveaway now. So I'm going to give away a sample pack of our Beachbody Performance line, and again, that's certified by the athletic board, so that if you're an athlete, you don't have to worry about any of the ingredients. They're all approved, so it's very cool. I actually love it because everything tastes really yummy, and the pre-workout energizes me without making me jittery, and the after-workout is chocolate, so anything chocolate, I'm all in. But it's all pretty amazing. So you'll get to sample each one of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question. When I finish asking the question, I'm going to say, okay, go. When I do that, that's your cue to type in, and the first person to type the correct answer will win. Now, if you're a coach already, please let our guests win, because of course, I want to make sure our special guests get to win. So here is my question. Name one of the flavors that Shakeology comes in. Okay, go. Vanilla. All right, Amy. Woo, good job. Okay, so I will get that out to you. If you'll go ahead and message me your address, I'll get that right out to you, Amy. And you'll get to try our new performance line, which is cool. I appreciate all of you getting on. And again, if you think of any questions at all, don't hesitate, message the person who invited you. You can always message me, or if you're on the event page that I have on Facebook, you can always ask there as well. I will get this recording up, so if you want to rewatch it, or if you want to show a family member or a spouse or a friend and just say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, will you watch it with me? Then you'll have that as well. So thank you guys, appreciate it, and I can't wait to have you all on the team soon. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic night and a great rest of your week. Good night, guys.